Audio Jungle.
Police searching for a driver after Port Mara crash. An early morning accident on the Stewarton Main Road has left 3 people nursing injuries and the driver being sought by police. Reports are that about 6 a.m. on Friday, a white Toyota Mark X motor car was traveling from Port Mara to Oteros when it lost control near the Emerald Estate housing scheme and crashed into a tree. The driver of the vehicle is said to have fled the scene, while the passengers were taken to the St. Anthony Hospital where they were admitted for their injuries. The St. Mary Police Traffic Department is investigating the identity of the driver. Construction worker charged with murder. A Westmoreland construction worker has been charged with murder and possession of a prohibited weapon following a shooting on Thursday, October 3rd. 42-year-old Dwight Williams of Garden District White House in the parish is accused of killing 32-year-old Ryan Blair, a mason of the same era. Reports from the Savannah Lamar police are that at midnight, Blair was sitting on a bench in his yard when he was attacked by 2 armed men who opened gunfire, hitting him multiple times. The police were alerted, and upon their arrival, Blair was seen lying face down in the yard with gunshot wounds to the head and upper body. He was assisted to hospital by the police where he was pronounced dead. Williams, who was a suspect in another incident, turned himself in on December 15. He was subsequently charged for Blair's murder on Monday. At least 5 motorists found to be over alcohol limit following breathalyzer test during Christmas holiday. The Constabulary's Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch says at least 5 motorists were found to be over the prescribed alcohol limit following breathalyzer tests during the Christmas holiday period. Breathalyzer tests were administered to motorists over the holiday to determine if they had drinking and driving. Head of the Public Safety and Traffic Enforcement Branch of Police, Gary McKenzie, says investigations are continuing into those cases. He says the police operations have been going well, noting that there was no incident of multiple fatalities over the Christmas holiday. ACP McKenzie also underscores the importance of maintaining public order.
We were able to carry out some breathalyzer tests because we are very mindful of the season and the fact that despite our communication, some persons may not be as disciplined as they should. And so we had recorded that about 5 persons were tested and proven to be over the limit. We are still gathering information as it relates to this. But we know that the season has not yet ended, and so we continue to carry out our activities. We have a lot of traffic during the past week leading up to Christmas Eve. One of the things that helped the public is the fact that we had been very early out on the streets. We had a few crashes. We are very thankful that there were no multiple fatalities, but we did have about 3 or so fatalities over the period. As it relates to fatal crashes, it is good that we are 14% less crashes so far this year when compared with last year. We still want to see how best we can continue to reduce this number as we end the year and go into 2025. We are ensuring that public order also pervade. There are a number of entertainment events. Some persons have tried to mount unpermitted events where the police have been informed. We have acted on those, and so we continue to ensure that our laws governing Town and Communities Act, the Noise Abatement Act, the Gunpowder and Explosive Act, those laws we are continuing to ensure that they are abided with. We want to appeal to the public to continue to be mindful of what we have to do to ensure our safety and security whilst we are in various public settings as well as travel along the roadway, because we want to continue to reduce the number of incidents we have within public places.
Miraculous feat. Just ask Sean Thomas of Port Mara St. Mary. When the detective corporal earned his bachelor's degree in psychology with honors from the International University of the Caribbean in 2019, he became the first member of his family to graduate at the tertiary level. A true believer in the power of education, Thomas was supposed to complete his studies in 2017 but due to financial challenges, he had to take a break from school to attend other family issues. The 2 year delay didn't affect his will to succeed, and when he graduated, he knew there and then that he had to return to get his master's degree. He made it. On November 2nd this year, Thomas graduated with his master's in National Security and Strategic Studies Merit, one of more than 3,500 members of the University of the West Indies Monas class of 2024. Yes, he made it, and miraculously too. It has always been my passion to excel in education, being that I'm coming from a poor family background. I see that education and discipline would be the key in pulling myself and family out of what we would call poverty, and as such, I maintain that drive in doing a bachelor's and master's, and possibly going to the doctorate, Thomas told reporters. Family, friends, and other members of his support network were at the graduation. I had mixed emotions, he admitted. Last year, this same time, I was just recovering from a serious accident which almost took me out, and to see that last year I was nursing injuries and this year I'm actually collecting my master's in national security and strategic studies, not with a pass but with a merit and a good GPA, it really got me emotional, Thomas explained. The accident occurred in St. Anne in the early hours of October 22nd, 2023, just few minutes before 4 a.m. in the vicinity of Pearly Beach near Duns River. I was driving home, coming in the direction of Ocho when I saw some bright lights. A vehicle was overtaken, so I drift left to avoid it, and the next thing I know, I felt something hit the vehicle, and the vehicle flipped and tumbled about 4 times and got stuck in a gully. When the vehicle stopped, I said to myself, "Me nah dead inna this," because it was 100 feet, and I knew that these vehicles normally catch a fire. Thomas said he used his elbow to knock out the window, in deep lacerations to his right hand and elbow. When he got out of the car, he realized that blood was gushing from the wound. He then began noticing the taste of blood and quickly realized that it was coming from a wound across his right eye. Those weren't the only injuries. His throat was also slashed. There was a chop just below the left knee and another on the right hand. His left shoulder was dislocated. Worse, 8 bones in his back were broken, and his spine was also damaged. He was weak and couldn't climb out of the gully. I was in the gully for maybe about half an hour because the car was hidden in the bushes, he explained. Then he heard a familiar voice, but the next thing he knew, he woke up in the bed at the St. Ansby Regional Hospital. He later learned that he had been in and out of coma for 2 to 3 days. I woke up to one point and heard the voice of my mother. I heard her crying and felt her hand on my chest. I remember I said, "Mommy, you're all right?" And then me gone again, he shared. As it relates to recovery, I still feel pain. My 2 shoulders are numb, but the pain is a motivation. My scars serve as a purpose. There's a mission for me to complete, and I wouldn't say it's a selfish mission. It's a mission for the Lord in the sense of doing His work, not just in the church but socially as well. I can use my situation as a testimony to show that no matter what you go through in life, you still can thrive, stated Thomas. Even now, he is still uncertain what hit his car. Honestly, I don't even know what hit the vehicle. Maybe they don't even know that they hit my vehicle because mine is a small vehicle, and based on the light that I saw, it would have been something bigger that hit me. All I know is that I felt an impact, and to God be the glory. I'm here to tell the tale, he told reporters. Thomas spent several weeks in hospital before being sent home to complete his recovery process. After October 2023 incident, he didn't return to work until May 2024. For school, after my accident, I did school basically from my bed. I did all my coursework, research, everything from my bed. I actually did a research in the utilization of forensic science and crime reduction, which I received an A for. At school, he was in a group of 4 that was called back of the class group because that's where they always sat. After the accident, the other 3 classmates continued sitting at the back of the class while Thomas remained confined to bed. The separation didn't stop the flow of energy among them. All of us through and graduated with merit, and we're still here communicating and looking forward to either starting a business in expertise of security or doing our doctorates, the cop told reporters. Although his road to recovery was long and hard, several people were there for him, including his mother and other relatives and close friends. During my journey of tragedy, they never left me. My mother was there day and night. She is my motivation. There are persons who play their part, whether it is to be security of my life at the time, getting me to the hospital, ensuring that my family reached there, persons who ensure that I reached the doctor for therapy, and other persons who ensure that I was okay financially. Those persons know themselves. Two of them were at my graduation as well, he stated. Thomas also credited his diet for aiding in his timely recovery. Thomas has words for people facing challenges. Believe in God 100%. No matter what the challenges are, God is the man, the supreme being that will take you through whatever challenges you are going through. You just have to pray and believe. We also have to do our best in terms of effort to ensure that either we recover from what we're going through or we find new ways of dealing with it, find new ways of coping, because at the end of the day, change rests with us. Thomas says he is stronger, having gone through the turbo ordeal. The accident was a moment of change for me. It changed my life drastically, physically, and mentally in every way, and as such, I wouldn't say that I regret it, because today I can see that I'm mentally and physically stronger. Remember to subscribe, like, share, and click the notification bell for daily updates.